BiffaCraft Patreon server. How's everyone doing today? Alright, so in this episode we will be doing something a little bit different. We're going to take a break from the Forge project, and we'll be starting up another project today. We're going to be coming over here, and I've already dug out an entrance over here. We're going to be building a little farming area. It's going to be automatic farm. It's going to be, crops and stuff like that, like wheat and carrots and potatoes and beetroot and stuff like that. So we're going to dig out an area, plant a bunch of crops. I am going to need to get some villagers. There are some villages not too far away, but I am going to have to make a journey and bring them in here. Probably going to have to drop them through one of the beacon holes in the ceiling, but that'll be fine. And then we'll get them over here and get them all set up. So, yeah, first I need to get this area dug out. It's going to be a little bit of an entrance area, so let me get to work on digging this area out, and I'll come back and show you the space we'll be working with. Alright, see you guys in a second. Alright, I got the farming area dug out, so let's show you what we're working with here. I got a little bit of staircase here. I went ahead and added in some slabs and stairs, just so it's easier to get up and down. Did the same over here. I got a nice little curved staircase going down. This little hall here, I'm actually going to be doing something in the future there. Not sure yet. That's just an area for expansion, if needed in the future. So we come down here, and here's going to be the farming area. The cobblestone walls, they're just here for now. I was just testing out to see what they look like. Still trying to figure out how I want to block the villagers in there. I can't really get in and out. I mean, I guess I can use some ender pearls to get in and out, but so this is what the farming area is going to be. I'm going to have all these. I'm going to have 4 circles on each corner of the room. Basically, I dug out a big square, and the corner is the center of the circle. So, kind of have this shape going on, and we're going to have one circle per crop. So we're going to have the wheat, potatoes, carrots, beetroot. Not necessarily in that order, but that's what's going to be in here. As you can see, we have these little doors kind of dug out for future expansion. I'm thinking having some other areas branch off of here, like maybe for cows, pigs, chickens, or like pumpkins, melons, sugarcane, stuff like that. I'll probably have one off one way, one off the other. And down this way, I'm thinking of putting the storage room for all this, because, like I said, this is going to be automatic. It's going to be gathered. I'm thinking maybe having an item elevator come up here through the middle, so all the crops and everything that's gathered is all going to be funneled under here towards the center, and we'll have an item elevator so you can see everything go up, and it would go off in that direction towards a big old storage room for all the crops, and for, like I said, the expansion stuff, like if I do melons, pumpkins, sugarcane, and the animal farm, stuff like that, they'll all go toward that area. So all of our food and plant-like materials will be stored in there. So that's what I have so far in here. Also, I kind of just went around and I took out all the ores and granite and diorite, stuff like that, and replaced it with stone, just so I have a nice clean slate to look at it, to kind of see how I want to design things. But we are not going to be working on that just yet. First, we need to get some villagers, because we can do all we want in here, but it's not going to be automatic without them. So, like I said before, we do have a few villages not too far from here. I think the closest one's about 2,000 blocks away, due west. So I think we're going to head off in that direction. So, let me head over there, and I'll get some villagers and bring them over here, and then maybe get a little villager breeder going, because we're going to need 2 per farm, I think is what I want to do. So we're going to need 8 browncoat villagers. So let me go see about getting some villagers, and I'll come back and see you guys when that's done. Got him. Alright guys, I came over here to one of my beacon holes. This is the one close to the mine entrance. I want to set up a little infinite villager breeder right up in this area right here. As you can see, I'm not too far from that first little area I set up over there. That's where my portal is. If you can see that little nether brick dirt box, that's where I have my villagers that I got from the village over there. I brought them in through the nether. Anyway, I want to set up a little infinite villager breeder here, and figured I'd show you guys this because it's pretty interesting. So we have all these passive mobs spawning on the dirt and grass over here, and look where they all decided to gather, right in here. So yeah, looks like I'm gonna have myself a nice stock of meat here in a second. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that guys real quick. I'm working on this villager breeder, and I'll come back and show you guys what I got. Alright guys, I popped over to Arcadia to grab some carrots from the community farm so I can populate the villager breeder, the infinite villager breeder. Oh, those right staircase. And I figured I'd come over here and check my shop while I'm here. And oh, hello. Oh, okay, you don't see me. But yeah, it's been a little bit since I checked my shop, so I figured I'd do that real quick. Let's see if I've made anything. Let's see, nothing in the payment chest. No bulk orders. I don't think I have anything in here. No, I need to restock that. That was obsidian. Let's see, nothing there. Ooh, we have some sales. Alright. I have to definitely do a little bit of restocking. And ooh, there's some more. Alright. Okay, nothing there. 20 diamonds. I'm not going to complain about that. 20 diamonds are very nice. Alright, well, I'm going to head back and finish working on the villager breeder. So, see you guys in a little while. Okay, so I got the villager breeder finished, so this is what I've made. It's basically your standard villager breeder. Come up here, you can see, oops, if I can stop failing at climbing ladders, alright. Okay, if we come up here, you'll see it's just the standard, you got the farm in here with 2 farmers, and yeah, they just gather all the vegetables, and they breed every so often. The baby villagers, they get tricked by the trapdoors, and they try to walk across, they end up falling down here. And this is where they end up getting collected, and I'll show you all this down below in a minute. So come back up here. By the way, the villagers can't get to that because of the height of the ladder. Also, the water flow, they can't swim against the current. Anyway, up here, we have our village with our single villager and 6 doors. And yeah, if we ever need to shut this off, we got to come up here and tear down the doors, so that's why I have this ladder and stuff still here. Just in case you need to do maintenance, stuff like that. Shut it off. It's all manual right now. Alright, so we come back down here. And, oh, I forgot to show you this. Do you remember all the, well, we got some more cows and sheep in there now. But you remember all the ones I showed you a little bit ago? Well, this is everything I got from them. So, yeah, they kind of supplied me with a lot of food, so let me go ahead and grab this now that I showed you. Take this, let's see, put this up here. You know what, I'll save the steak. I'll start eating the mutton until that's gone. Alright, so if we come in here, this is where we have all the villagers end up. Ooh, we got a librarian in there, nice. I might have to check him out, actually. So basically, we have this hopper here. This is where you put the mine carts. They get fed into the dispenser. The dispenser is linked to this button right here. So if we hit this, it'll activate both the powered rail and the dispenser at the same time, putting a minecart on there and shooting it off. It'll go right here into this corner and pick up these villagers. Sometimes it takes 2 minecarts, but I haven't seen it more than 2 so far in my testing. It'll pick up the villager, and it'll bring them off this way, drop them down here, and basically if it's a villager I want, like in this case right now, brown coat villagers, then I'll leave them in the minecart, push them in here, push the button, and drop them down into my base so I can move them into the area. If it's a villager I don't want at the moment, then what I'll do is I'll break the minecart, push them in there, and hit that button. And then they'll drop to their death. So I don't have a whole bunch of villagers stockpiling in here. I figured if they do survive, then that'd be fine. I'll have some, villagers wandering around the dwarven base, and I'm okay with that, as long as there's not too many of them. But, yeah, it's a big enough fall where they drop and they die on impact. So, yeah. So that's what we have for that. I just have a few leftover supplies for maintenance stuff. I got a bed over here because, had a lot of issues with mobs spawning and all that. And it looks like, yeah, it's night. So, yeah. There we go. Let me sleep real quick. And then we'll head back down into the base. So I need to let them... Ooh, we got another guy in here. Is he... No, he's not a brown coat. He's got the apron. Alright, Alright, so I think that should be in range for them to breed while I'm working on stuff in the farming area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head down here. Got a little feather falling. And I'm going to come over here and start working on getting everything set up redstone-wise. Because I still need to set up all the rails below the farming area. Excuse me. So I need to first of all, I need to come in here. I actually need to take out all this dirt I put in here because I wasn't even thinking about this. So let me go ahead and just clear all this out. Spam some torches here in a little bit. Get rid of all these. Oops. Yeah, I'll put that guy back because, yeah. Alright. Gotta clear all of this out. And then I need to dig out one more layer below. So you know what, let me go ahead and finish that up and then I'll come back and show you what I got next. Alright, so I got everything dug out, so now it's time to start putting in the rails. I've already worked out a bit of a pattern ahead of time on my creative world. So, oops. Go ahead and get this put in here. Now, because I have this glowstone block in the middle, which is actually going to be holding up the water when this is all done, because this bottom layer here is going to be all the minecarts and stuff, and right above it's going to be the dirt. So the hopper minecarts can pick up everything. Well, above here is going to be the water. I'm probably going to have water in, I didn't even think about that, a couple other spots. Because this isn't going to cover the entire thing. And I didn't plan for that. You know what? Alright, let me jump over to my creative world and let me redesign this. Alright, see you guys in a little while. Okay guys, so I played around in my test world a little while and I figured things out. So, oops, let me get over here. As you can see, we have some platforms down here. Now, these are going to be little ponds of sort. Basically, they're going to be filled with water once I get all the dirt in here. Kind of like the fountains up near the entrance with the faces that are spouting out. I'm going to see if I can fit the faces on these two walls here to have the water flowing down into these little reservoirs, I guess you could say. But these, they're just going to be water because there's obviously no room for a fountain or anything like that. But that'll actually allow all of the farmland in here to be hydrated. I do have to still have the one in the middle because there's going to be a couple blocks in the center here that don't get the reach from the water. So I will have that in there. And I've gone ahead and figured out a track design to get all this to work. So let's go ahead and get started and getting this track laid in here. put in. Let's see. Yep, that should be everything. So let's go ahead and give this thing a test. Let's throw this in here. There we go. Let me run back here real quick and put a block down. That way this minecart will bounce back. Let's make sure it makes it through. Doesn't have any slow spots. Well, it doesn't matter if it gets a little slow. We just want to make sure it gets through okay. I might have to put another powered rail back there before that. The turns seem to slow it down a bit. Or maybe I'll add extra powered rails to every place there is one. Yeah, I think I might do that. I might add some extra powered rails. Just want to make sure it makes it all the way to the end and bounces back, and then I'll break the minecart and I'll add in some more rails, yeah, because that gets really slow in a couple spots. Alright, I went ahead and increased the amount of powered rails I have out there, so let's do a test and see how this works. This should be a lot faster now. It still has a little bit of trouble at that first little corner, so I might have to add a third rail there. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Look at that. It's just zipping through there now. A little slow there, but that's fine. I think it has enough juice now to make it through the whole thing without any super slow spots. A little bit of a glitch there where it disappeared. Let's see. Oh, that's a close one. I might have to... Let's see. Make it all the way. Yes. And stop. Okay. So I can't use glowstone there. Alright, that's good to know. Glowstone won't work. Yeah, let's just throw mossy in there for the heck of it. Why not? Oh, that got picked up, didn't it? Yeah. Alright, let me run over here real quick and throw another powered rail on right there. Let's see, somewhere over here I'm going to need to add a little extra boost. Maybe I'll just do another powered rail right there. See, when it comes this way though, it has a little bit of trouble. So let's try it like that. Let's see how this goes, because now it's going to come back through. Right, so far so good. And yeah, that little spot right there slows it down a bit. Does the same over there, so hopefully you can have enough speed ahead of time to make it all the way through. Yeah, I think right about here I'll add another. We'll have to do that quick. That was close. Alright. Let's just do another one right. Oops. Didn't do that right. Come on. There we go. No. There we go. Alright, that should be good now. Alright, so now that I have that done, let me just go ahead and get that out of the way, because, yeah, that's going to get annoying. Actually, I'm going to be able to hear that this whole time I'm down. That's fine, I guess. Oh, what's going on? Oh, he fell out of the world. Oh, no. Okay, let's see. Oops. Now that I have that done, I need to go ahead and put the dirt back in there. Yeah, I'll go ahead and get the dirt back in there, and I'll start getting to working on the fountain and get all that done, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Alright, see you guys in a little while. Alright guys, so this is what we're going to be working with in here. As you can see, I changed the design of the walls a little bit. I poked out these corners. It was looking a little too much, and then I figured out that you can't actually walk through this. So you can see through it, it looks nice, and you can't walk through it, which means the villagers won't be able to either, which means it serves its purpose. It'll keep the farmers in the farm. So yeah, the inside, this is what it's going to look like. I went ahead and filled in the water, and I'm going to use the chiseled stone brick in there. I think that looks really nice. Right now I just have a couple torches just for some lighting, because mobs can still spawn right here. They're just until I figure out my lighting situation. Once I do, those torches will be gone. But now let's see if we have any brown coats up in the villager breeder and get them down here and start getting the farm going. Alright, so let me head up there and check to see what we got. Oh wow, we have a lot of villagers in here. And I see some brown coats. Alright, so let's go ahead and get these guys sorted out. Alright guys, I've emptied out the villager holder. We got one guy left that just came down, a librarian. I'm going to wait for him to grow up to see what his trades are before I drop him down. The brown coat I had, he died when I dropped him. For some reason I thought when they're in a minecart, if they drop down they're safe. But they're not, they take fall damage. I didn't have any rails down there is what the problem was. So I don't know if you could see down there. Let me see if I can use Optifine. You can see I have rails down there now. So when I drop them in a minecart, they'll land on the rails and they should be fine. They shouldn't take any fall damage. So now I just have to AFK and wait for some more brown coat villagers. So I'll see you guys when I get some. Okay, so I've AFK'd for a bit. I've got 2 brown coat villagers down in the farm, and we just had another one drop in. I've also changed up the way this works a little bit, as you can tell. Let me go ahead and grab one of these guys and show you real quick. Send a card over here, and oh, didn't get anyone that time. So let's go ahead and try that one more time. There we go. Oh, and it's the brown coat. Okay. So what happens is this comes over here, the water will push it over. We do want to keep him, so we're going to drop him to the tracks below. We'll hit this button here, there'll be a piston retracting, and drop them right down the hole. So I'm going to send him down to the farm. Let's go ahead and get these guys out of the way. Oops. Nope. Nope. Oh, I'm breaking all kinds of stuff now. All kinds of stuff. This is just one block. Okay, let's try this one more time. Just want to get this one guy. Oh, come on. There we go. So he comes in here, we'll break this, the water pushes him right over there, and then, yeah, we'll just drop him. Just like that. Alright, let me throw these mine carts in here. There we go. Alright, then I'm going to drop down here myself. Go to the farm. We'll let him grow up. We don't need him just yet. Because I think the way I have it set up over here, he can slip through the edges. But yeah, this long dirt scaffolding, I guess you'd call it, for the tracks. And it's right there. We'll come down here. And I've done some work down here. We have this guy over here working on the wheat. I have actually added a lantern for light. This is the design, I don't know if you remember from the Forge episode where I was thinking about putting it in. Didn't work in there, but here I think it actually works. This was a design idea I got from Iskal85 in one of his videos. It was given to him by one of his viewers, I think when he was working on the Mobile Lisa, the zombie spawner for that. But yeah, so we're going to be using that in here. This guy's already been working in the wheat field. Our second one over here, not too much going on. It's going to be the carrots. I don't know why he's just standing in the corner over there. And over here we're going to have potatoes, and over here is going to be the beetroot. But we still need 2 more village. Well, we have 1 now that we just dropped down there. We need 1 more. I was initially planning on putting 2 villagers per farm area, but seeing how this guy's doing in the wheat farm by himself, yeah, I don't need to. 1 is just fine in here. Let me run and pick these up. I don't have the cart going through just yet, so nothing's getting picked up. It's just sitting in here for now. I do need to work on that. I haven't put the cart in there yet because I don't have the item collection system going. So, yeah, that's the auto farm so far. I still need a little bit of to do a little bit of work, but I think that's gonna do it for this episode. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, please hit that like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. All right, take care.